petals and daisies. So first of all, what we do is we work through the top area, taking out a small circular section through the crown, and then we work petal shapes around the circle area. And now what we're going to do is pre-lighten those areas so we can prepare the hair for the colour that we're going to use. In order to get the intensity that we need for the final look, we need to pre-lighten the hair first. So what I'm going to do is start through the back section. I'm going to work with a banding application through here. And first of all, we split the hair off and start to divide the section up, and we work with our pre-lightening into the mid-band and the mid areas of the hair. So working it through, combing the hair fairly flat, and very gently just placing it through the mid areas of my first slice. We take our second section, drop it directly over, working up, combing the hair very gently over the top of my previous section, and again repeating that same application of colour all the way almost to the root area, feathering it very, very gently so we create no hard lines, almost to the ends but not quite, so we create this slightly darker area in the perimeter. And we repeat that all the way until we finished that whole section. The idea behind taking out this floral sectioning pattern is to create what we call a quiver of colour, or to create shimmering colour working through this internal area of my haircut. The next section, we work around into our front area. Through this section, we now concentrate on applying the colour to the ends. Again, creating that very soft feathered look, working our product into these ends, working it up into the mid-band, keeping a nice feathered application through here. With the preparation for my technique, I've worked with my petal shapes. On the petal shapes, I've worked with a mid-band application. On my first section, my second section, I've worked with an end application. I've alternated that round on all four of my petal shapes. So completing my last section for the preparation of my colour. Okay, so we're back for the second part of our application of our colouring technique. I've taken out my daisy section back into the internal areas of my haircut, and I'm going to start applying my colour. So the inspiration for my daisy sectioning pattern and the tones and colours that I'm going to be using has come from the catwalk. At the moment, florals are very, very predominant on the catwalk, and a great example of this is Prada's new 1950s inspired dresses with bold prints and large floral fabrics. So firstly, starting with my perimeter application of colour, I'm working my deep natural brown into and around the root areas and out to the ends. I'm going to work this through the whole perimeter, isolate the section out, and then start working into my petals. So I've completed my application through this side. I'm going to apply a mesh just to isolate this section off. This is where I'm going to start applying my orchid purple and my indigo blue. First of all, we take a slice and start to divide this section up. We take our first colour, which is our orchid purple. We apply it through the mid area of our pre-lightened hair and into the roots. So we create just a very, very slight shine, and purple reflect into the roots. We then take our second colour, our indigo blue, and we work that from mid-band out to the ends. What this does is it creates what we call a shine band, and it allows just this quiver of colour to work through the internal areas of the haircut. We isolate the section out, we take a second slice, drop that down, and we repeat exactly the same application of colour, and we complete this whole section. Working on my last slice of this section, I'm going to again repeat what I've just done on the previous slice. Then I'm going to start working into my next petal. Now the next petal, we reverse the colours around. So we work on the mid-band. On the next section, or the next petal, we're now going to reverse the colours. The indigo blue is worked into the roots and out to the mid-band, and the orchid purple is worked into the ends. Again, by applying the colour this way, it gives us what we call a transient feeling. By alternating on each section, we create a new look for our model and our clients so that they can wear their hair in different directions and have a different feeling or a different mood to their colour. So this is where we place, again, the indigo blue towards the roots, out towards the mid-band, saturating the hair quite well with colour so that we get a really nice strong reflex moving all the way through. So working with these more bluish and violet tones, we're just moving the direction from last year where we were working with more stronger, more copper reds and also more of the more vibrant reds into the hair. So I'm just going the opposite way and working with more of these blue tones to create just a different feeling. So working into my third section here, and what I'm doing is mirroring the same colour application to what I had on the opposite side. What this does, again, is just allows this colour to be a little bit more transient and gives us a shift in direction of tone and colour.